Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Grow Your Business with the VA Summit. We have Holly Upshaw with us today. And Holly, thank you so much for joining me today. Looking good. And so today, Holly is going to be speaking about OBMs. OBM, Online Business Manager. What an OBM is, how an OBM can help your business, help you grow, help you take off. So I'm here to welcome Holly. Thank you very much to speak about OBMs.
Yes, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. So can you tell everyone what is about yourself? Let's start off about you and your business.
Yeah, so I'm an online business manager, and I started independently about 2 years ago, and it's kind of just grown from there. I started out doing just basic virtual assisting, admin tasks, and things like that. But to me, virtual assisting has become more of an industry, in my opinion. There's so many different niches within virtual assisting, and I felt that I do have strong leadership skills and communication skills and organizational skills and all the necessary things to be an online business manager. So I sort of up-leveled into that just about 1.5 years ago. And so I help business owners kind of get back into their zone of genius.
Oh, that's great. So did you start off as a general virtual assistant and then graduated over to OBM?
I did, yeah. So I didn't really know anything about anything when I started. I was living in San Diego at the time, and I had just graduated with my master's degree in communication and leadership, and I couldn't find a job. And so this is how I got into it. So I ended up accepting a job with a temp agency, which I'm forever grateful for, but I was getting paid $14 an hour. And if anybody knows anything about San Diego, California, that's not enough.
You cannot live off of that.
You can't live off of that. You can't even eat off of that. And so I was like, you know what? Something has to change. Something has to be different. And so I had a friend who was kind of doing some social media management and virtual assisting at the time. And so she introduced me to the concept. And I was like, I can do this. Like, I have got this down. I have the experience. And so I just dove headfirst in. And I think within 3 months of starting my virtual assisting business, I was able to go full time. So that was really exciting.
Really? Wow. Yeah. What did you start off doing?
I started off I did some social media management, and I did customer service type of stuff and some admin, just general tasks, just anything that anybody needed me to do to start out. Getting my feet in the water, and then I kind of niched down after that a little bit, and I work with mostly solopreneurs or small businesses that need help not doing all the things.
Right. So for those who are still kind of confused, what is an OBM? What does an OBM do for a business?
So an online business manager, OBM, is somebody who kind of comes into your business and almost partners with you to manage the daily tasks, to strategize, to execute. They're really your go-to person for getting all the stuff done. And so I'm going to say this 100 times, my biggest thing is getting business owners back into their zone of genius. And so that's what an online business manager does. They're responsible for taking the things off of your plate that you don't necessarily need to be doing and either delegating or executing themselves.
Right. That's what I went to the event. She was like, you need to hire one you stay in your zone. You stay in your zone of genius, Let them handle it. She goes, you can't be a coach, and you can't be doing Facebook ads, you can't be doing Pinterest ads. She goes, that's not you. Hire somebody to stay in your zone of genius.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how do you get your clients? Is it all referral based? Are you online?
Yeah, I'm online. Some people find me through my website. I honestly don't put a lot of effort in there because I have referral leads coming in, and I have, I'm really present on social media, which is, I think most people know that that's a big way of marketing anything anymore. And so I'm present on social media, and the biggest way that I'm present on there is by offering value, by answering questions, and giving back to people. And then obviously they're going to be interested in what I have to say further. So that's how most of my leads come in, through social media.
That's great. So for you, you started off as a VA. But what made you want to switch over to an OBM? What was that big jump that I needed to make that change?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I kind of got the feeling that virtual assisting was more of an industry. So there's a SEO VA, there's a website design, there's copywriting, there's email marketing, there's all these different niches within being a VA. And I almost feel that OBM falls within the industry of virtual assisting because I'm still helping you virtually.
Yeah.
But so I have the skills. Like I said, I had graduated with my master's degree in communication and leadership. I'm a very strong leader. I'm really good in organization and strategizing and executing. That's my zone of genius. I know what I'm doing there. So when I decided to make that move, I just felt like, okay, something is calling me to go further than just general. I didn't want to just do general tasks anymore. I wanted to dive deep into what was best for me or what I knew how to do. And so that's when I made that move.
Wow, that's good. So when a client hires you on to be their OBM, what do you do? Like, hi, Holly, how can take over my business, be my OBM? What do you do when you go in to help them?
So initially we have a call and I talk to you and we work through the processes in your business or lack thereof if there's nothing. We have a chat and I really get to know you and your personality, and I talk and you say, okay, here's my pain point. I feel like I'm doing X, Y, and Z too much, or I feel like I need to be done at 6 o'clock at the end of the day. My family would really be happy about that. And I'm like, okay. So meanwhile, I'm sitting there and I'm brainstorming, okay, here's how I can help you. So I can help you by doing X, Y, Z. And then I go from there, or I get your feedback on that. And then I go from there and I project manage those things. So I go in, I use Trello and I use ClickUp, and I project manage. I put that on my calendar. I have one client that I literally text every day at 5 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. her time. And I'm like, okay, it's quitting time. Like you have to be done for the day because this is, you need to spend time with your family too. You can't work till 3 a.m. So I'm kind of responsible for just making sure that people are sticking to their goals and that I'm able to help them grow within their business and partner with them.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. So when you do have that, do you jump on a Zoom call, or how do you show them? Because I said you use, I believe you said Trello?
Yeah, I use Trello mostly, yeah.
So for like a business owner who's never used that before, how do you show them, okay, you should tell them these are the systems we're going to use for communication. How do you show them if they never used it before?
Yeah, so I have a video for everything.
Great.
I use Loom to record, and I send you a video like, here's how you do basic moves in Trello. You can add a task here and assign it to me here and put due dates and all the different things that you need for each of the programs. And I send that video to you if you don't have experience in that. So the onboarding process with me is really smooth. Like I said, we have that initial call and I'm like, okay, send your passwords via LastPass, and then I'll add you to the Trello board, or you can add me if you already have one. It's a really easy process, and we kind of just create a partnership and then we just start walking in the same direction.
Wow. How many clients do you serve right now?
Right now I have 4 clients, I believe. And my capacity is not full, so I have the ability to do more.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. Have you ever had a situation with a client where it was like, it's just not working out, or you just had issues? What happened? Like, how did you handle it?
Yeah, so I pride myself on being very, I'm a very straightforward person, but I'm also kind in ways. So I'm just going to tell you like it is, but at the same time, I'm just going to be like, okay, well, maybe this isn't working out in the nicest way possible. So I did have a client, and it was difficult to work with them because they were always micromanaging everything. And so in that situation, I honestly want somebody who's going to trust me, and I feel like that's somebody who needs an online business manager is going to be trusting of that person to have their best interest.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was micromanaged, and it was more than that, but that was the basis of it. And so I just approached that situation, and I said, I just don't feel like this is working out anymore. And I feel like you'd be happier probably with somebody who X, Y, and Z, whoever, can take that feedback from you and all of those things. And so I'm just upfront and honest. And I think that that's my biggest thing that sets me apart is I'm not just going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to let you know, what is honestly going on.
And then I think that's good, because I think that's only the way the communication is good. I think you have to be upfront and honest, and that's going to be a long-lasting relationship. And then communication, because if you're not like that, then it's like your relationship with that is going to doom. That's how I believe.
Yeah.
So for everybody, they always have something that like lights them up, that makes them happy when they do tasks. I have like weird little things I like. If I get in this time, it's like, okay, I'm all excited. What does that for you when a business owner says, here, Holly, can you handle this? What lights you up in the business?
What lights me up in business is onboarding new clients and having them be like, oh my gosh, you're helping me so much. Like it's my purpose in life to help other people. I used to work in healthcare in the emergency room, and I've been a flight attendant previously, and I've done all these different things.
Oh, wow.
People. Yeah. And so now I'm able to do that within my online business management stuff. So the thing that lights me up the most is seeing how people light up themselves. They outsource and bring somebody on. I just like helping people.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way, because I love helping people. So if I get to help people, and then when you get that like feedback that you've done something to help their business, it feels like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes like a little dance. Yep.
So since you have 4 clients, how do you organize yourself with all the different projects that you have to handle? How do you keep yourself organized and on time?
Yeah, Trello. Trello is my secret. I work pretty flexible hours, honestly. My husband is a professional athlete, so he's home a lot too, and so we have a really flexible life. But I use Trello to manage my tasks that need to be done, and assign due dates. And I have a team that helps me as well. So I have somebody on my team who is a social media girl. She's amazing. And I have a graphic designer, and I have a copywriter, and all these different people that kind of help me out. And so I'm able to project manage those things, from my phone or wherever I'm at. So yeah, but the basis of what keeps me organized is assigning tasks to myself and due dates in Trello. Okay.
So you're a business owner, and you decided you needed help for yourself, and you hired people.
Yeah.
What made you say, I need help?
That it wasn't my zone of genius. There's that word again, that phrase. But I'm not a graphic designer by any means. And I had clients that are like, Holly, like we need X, Y, we need a freebie made. And I'm like, holy crap, I am not a designer. So I decided at that point to be like, okay, I need to find some partners myself that I can count on to help me go out, or I can be like, hey, you know what? I need this freebie done by Friday, and they can have it to me, and I can give feedback, or we can, submit it to the client or whatever it is. So, just staying within my zone of genius. I decided that I didn't want to do all the things, and so I needed to find people who were good at those specific niches.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good that you noticed that. It's like, it's true. We can't all do everything ourselves. Yeah. In our head, we think we can, but when we get started, it doesn't come out as pretty as the other person's.
No, and your productivity, when you have somebody to do things for you, is like you get 10 times more stuff done, because you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, I don't want to schedule out social media at all. So you're scrolling through Facebook because you're procrastinating. Like, that stuff doesn't happen when you have people who like to do it.
And you use that keyword, procrastinate. And I think when, as business owners, when you're focused, you know what you want to do. Like if you're a coach, you want to coach. But as soon as you got to do other things, you procrastinate. You keep putting it off. Yeah. But then you hire somebody on, an OBM, a graphic designer, push it off, have them do it. And then there's your business will grow.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Mhm.
So then there's things we have like client boundaries. How do you set them with your clients to provide, a high level of service? For me, I don't work on the weekends.
Neither. Neither.
So how do you, that's my day.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have like in my onboarding process, I have a document that's like, here is what I do. I don't work these holidays. I don't like to work weekends. You can contact me in these different ways, but expect, a 24-hour turnaround time. I just, like I said, I just am open and honest, and I set the precedent ahead of time. So if I foresee a problem, then I'm like, okay, well, like, let's just squash that bug before it gets to us, kind of thing. But I've, like, in my 2 years of doing this, I've learned from experience that it's necessary to just get the expectations out ahead of time, because if you don't, then it's going to cause some grief. Don't want that. So
Not at all.
just letting my clients know.
Well, that's great, because I think the boundaries need to be set first.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you have that open communication with everybody, I think that boundary is set first.
Yeah.
So what else do you use for communication? Do you allow them to use emails? Or I know some people, I use Voxer because I have a client, she's in London. So it's easier that way. What do you use?
Yeah, so I have Voxer as well. We obviously do phone calls. I use Zoom. Email is a big way. Some people reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. I open myself up pretty well to all different forms of communication, just because I feel like everybody has a different preference, and I just want to be flexible and available for the people who are, have hired me on and who need me. So I make myself available however I can. Some people text me. I don't always prefer texting because it's inconvenient sometimes, but
you can't save it.
right, and it gets lost in my feed, and if I don't respond right away, then I just don't respond ever. I'm the worst at that, but yeah, email is a great way of doing it, and obviously I talk to my clients through Trello too, and tagging and things like that. So.
Oh, that's great. So then back to you as being a business owner and having your VAs. Where did you go to hire them? Because I know everybody has their different ways. How did you do it?
Yeah, so I put out an application type style of a form. And I had I posted that all over social media and a couple different VA groups and things like that. And I had an overwhelming number of applicants back, as most people know. It's insane. But I had to really just go with my gut. I am a pretty intuitive person, and so I just read through the applications, and a couple of people stood out to me, and that's honestly how I found them. I just put this, here's what I need. Are you able to do this? Yes, no. Like, what's your skill level with this, your comfort level? And so I found a few really great people to help me out with the task.
Wow. So how was your interviewing process? You just jump on a Zoom call, or did they have to show you samples of their work to help you make that decision?
Yeah, both. It's really important to vet people you're going to be working with, because anybody can say that I've written an email sequence that converts, at 90%, but that doesn't mean they actually did. So I want to see it. It's really important to kind of vet those people and have them prove sort of what their experience is. And that sounds rude, but you kind of want to know, like, okay, does your style of writing fit me if I'm asking you to write copy?
So. Well, I don't think it's rude, because in the business world, you have to show references.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's just a different way of showing reference.
So it's just a different way instead of, these are my references.
Yeah,
it's all virtually.
References. Yeah, this is what I did. Yep.
So that's really, so in closing, let's discuss, how do you tell the owners, like, why they should consider hiring an OBM? Right? What would an OBM do for their business in hiring? And then also, as a business owner, can you just, how did hiring help you and go to that next level? Yeah.
So I like to say, if there's anything that you don't like to do within your business, there's somebody who likes to do it, so outsource. If you don't like to answer those customer service emails, there's somebody out there who does. social media, all these different things. If you don't feel like that is your specialty, then hire somebody who's really good at it, because
Mm-hmm.
I always like to say that, if you're not passionate about posting on your social media, your audience is going to be able to tell that. So find somebody who is passionate about those things and who is able to dive deep into your message and kind of just help you get that message out there and target those people who you want to work with. Hiring an OBM or any kind of virtual assistant, honestly, is something that everybody should do if you're feeling slightly overwhelmed, or if you're feeling like you're not having enough off time or downtime, time at home with your family.
Right.
It's an awesome way of getting your life back. Um, having somebody on board to help you, and virtual assisting is a good way of doing it, because you're not having to hire somebody in person and have an office space for them, and you're not having to pay their benefits or their health insurance, anything like that. So you're able to work with somebody virtually, and to go along with that, I'll just say that it's important to find somebody who matches you and your personality, and somebody who you gel with, because if you don't, it's not going to work out, and you're going to kind of have a bad taste in your mouth probably about the whole virtual assisting and outsourcing.
No, it's true. You do need a match, because you don't want somebody who's not you, who's not matching your style, because then you're not going to get it, they're not going to get you, and then you both end up resenting each other.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell everybody during my whole interview and onboarding process for new clients and stuff like that, I tell them, I'm like, you know what, I'm a pretty straightforward and blunt person. If you need sugarcoating, then you probably don't want to work with me.
Wrong person.
I'll just tell you that straight up. So it's kind of one of those things where you kind of have to just figure out what qualities in somebody that is, what you need before hiring them.
That's great. And then, Kim, before we leave, can you discuss how you hired business owners? How you hired VAs has helped your business?
It has helped me tremendously, because I've been able to spend more time with my husband. We're newlyweds, and so that's always fun. Yeah, thank you. And so, I want to spend more time with him, and I've been able to travel, which is a huge passion of mine. And I've honestly just been able to not have to worry about doing everything in my business. I don't have to worry about doing my graphics, because I know I have somebody for that. I don't have to worry about my social media. There's somebody for that. And they're doing a great job, and it's effective, and I'm increasing my visibility and my following without even having to worry about it. It's a huge thing.
That's great. That is really great. So I want to thank Holly so much for being a part of my summit. I hope you guys learned so much from Holly of what an OBM is, what an OBM can do for you, why you should hire one. And then, as you also learned, she hires other people too, and what is done for her business. So if you're a business owner out there if you're just thinking about it, that means you need one. Let's just be honest, you need one. And you need an OBM, you need help. So I hope you guys are learning so much from this summit, because I just want to show everybody of what an OBM is. I want to show what a virtual assistant is, what everybody is. And this is so much what people out there can do for you, and they can help you. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And thank you, Holly, once again for so much.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.